two problems. First one, making my committee. As you see in the top left, I got to assign a Habitat Care members. Tried to build two. Actually, I've tried to build more than two. Several of them have died. Um, I follow everybody's videos. It says it's building like I think this one was a doctor or something like that. Put in all the ingredients and it had 100% up in the top right corner. And it was making, saying it was a doctor, whatever, like the first couple or four or five I sent up. The governors, they almost all come out as governors. Um, but after it finished, there's no name here like on the others, saying doctor. That was after it finished. Same with same with this one. It said whatever's needed for the committee. I forgot already. It's been several months. But it had his name here, and he shows up on the board as a name. Or both of these are like brothers. They got the same last name, I think. But the title that you send up into space in that position disappears after it finishes. So I have stopped trying to make the committee, and the all of these 10 or 15 memories that I stuck in there basically went down to 5, 5, 3, and 10. So something happened from the time it made me save to the time it finished making these two babies. I just wanted to show that there's something wrong there. Now, since December, I'll give you a quick look around my ship. I only have two solar panels and two of these. My helicopter's up on top. I got fuel coming down my side if I ever need it. I got a fuel maker. I take oil over to the two oil platforms every time I leave here at Black Vein Station. I take oil to one of the two things. So I got about 8 of those. Then I burn diesel and battery most of the time. Going places. Keep the ship from rocking. Diesel. I use 1, 2, 3. There's some stuff down below. And up top, I use 2 more. When you're driving, you can easily see that one, and you can easily see this one. So I keep them up there. Now those two turn on with that one, or that one does, excuse me. This one turns all 4 of them on or off, so don't use my battery up while I'm just sitting at the station. But that one goes up to those 2, and that one goes across and down the wall to that centerpiece right there. That powers those 3, and my methane for making those sniper bullets, titanium or whatever it is. So as I'm driving, that gives me that. That other fuel line going over the back and going across over to each one of the hooks is for my ski boat, to refuel the ski boat, or my jet, or excuse me, my flame gun, or the backpack. I'll use that right there. Now this is how the boat's set up. I use 8 batteries, or 10 batteries actually, excuse me, just 2 on the wall. And it uses a lot for some reason lately. Extra storage for like oxygen containers, battery containers, that sort of thing. All my stuff for making petro, bio-waste, food or petro when I get to Lazarus Station. I just pulled up the anchor and got that much. These are for making things. I can't remember what I have to make with these, but that's gives me the fuel and the methane for making one or two items. The bombs, that's right, the fire bombs. I basically turn it on over there. Turns both of them on. My storage room, all color coded. Now, the boat has all the bugs that were on the boat seem to be fixed. I think March was the update that fixed the boat. Now, Black Vein Station has been broken since right before Christmas. And I say broken because you can call it down easily. When you're up top, you can get on the elevator and come down. But when you're on the bottom, sorry. Forgot it was not done. When you come down, it will not go back up. And that has been since December. Stop messing up. It will not go back up from down here. That's since December. I reloaded the game. I used to have diesel panels down here. I had petro on that side. I came down from the inside like everybody did in the beginning to over here and then over to the boat. Now I've moved it to the back like some other people said do because their platform was broken too and won't go up. You always have to use the ladder on the big building over here, going up and down to get up. There's never been since December, there's never been a way of getting up. So I went up the backside and jumped down from the top up there like they said do, and keep the cables away from the back of it, and all the way up. Now this is what I did in May, April. This is May. So I tried that. It still won't fix it. It will not go up. But from the top, it will go down. So it will not go up. How do we fix that? There's nothing underneath this platform. Back in December, there was a light, one of these lights over here that was sitting over here, and it went about halfway through the deck. I disassembled it, but that's the only thing that went wrong in December on this whole platform. Notice I don't hook my boat up because the boat would turn over sideways and get hung before I put these gas tanks on, when it was just the boat. But the only thing I haven't done is burn these 3 or 4. Somebody else mentioned that. Try that. I don't butt up against the dock anyway. I've moved these lights around. I've moved these around. stop for a minute. I don't usually make videos. How annoying these are. All right, so I've removed the rubber thing. All the way around, right? Okay, so that button, basically I can use the boat to power the station up top if for some reason my battery bank up there goes down like it used to. It hasn't lately, but for some reason it would die while I was away from this station. So I could connect my boat to it. All right, let's try again. That did not fix it. There's nothing blocking it. Even the ones I used to have on that and that crossbeam, there's nothing there. So let's go up top. This is how I always have to go up top. This is getting very, very annoying when I watch everybody else's video and the elevator works fine. In my setup, I bring my power from the top and I send my oil back. Nothing binding that would keep that other platform wasn't here the other day. I don't know what else is new. I was trying to go power this way to the boat. Uh-oh. That's back out there. I'm not going to go get it right now, though. So they did change some stuff. All right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 here to match the 10 on my boat. So when I want to fill up the boat, it'll go through all of these cables and immediately fill up the boat. And then I'll usually go make dinner or something like that while these fill back up. Got them coming up. I go to one station. I go to a second station. I can disconnect the petro when those are full, or I can disconnect the diesel when it's full. Same thing over here. Or the oil line will go straight. They all use the same hose. It goes either into the petro tank or it goes on to my diesel tanks or to a gas generator, or excuse me, a diesel generator, over to that and goes over the side down to the bottom. Now, like I said, I put these in 3 months after it's been broken, so these did not cause it to be broken. Somebody else said that. But I got all my diesels, enough to easily fill my boat back up, and the ones, 8 containers, I believe, or 10 containers I got on the boat. A battery system. kept running out of batteries with 2 of those distillers back there. So I put in, watch. Nothing binding. And I can ride down all day long, which I'll do in just a minute before I end the video. But I got 5. Nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with them. Surprisingly. But I have nothing anywhere near the elevator. They're all putting out. Well, not at the moment. Nothing touching the elevator. I just disconnected this line and tried it right before I started recording this video. So it's not, that little bit right there is not causing a problem either. But the fuel goes over the side, it goes onto my ship easily. I can power the ship to here, powering everything, or I can recharge my ship from here. I got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 batteries. Plus I have a generator that can tie into the system. Because for some reason those 2 take 4 or 5 or 6 times as much power as just one. So I got the battery system coming in over here. I believe I got 24 in here, fully charged, and it goes over here and powers the 3 things, excuse me. I turn this one on and it turns the oil on below, and the other one comes this way, or excuse me, that one goes below. Those turn on those 2 over there, the distillers. That's normally off too. So I turn both buttons on and the system starts working. These 2 were powered, and the oil making machine down below. These right here are for the power for the building. Keep the lights on, which that's all it needs. Going up here, I instead of using that, I go in the door, and it's using what, 1.2 kilowatts to keep the lights on at night. More paint. That's for jumping out to the ship if you need it. If you didn't know that. Jump all the way down to the ship. All right. Haven't seen any more paint. Now, for powering all of this battery power, those out there is not the only ones. I got these going over there to the ship. Goes to the battery bank. Everything's working. I got some boxes in the center down there that I don't carry all the stuff on me. Now I have a lightning arrestor. I've only seen it work once. So lightning hit it one time. I don't think it did anything. Direction's going right. I also pull from over here. Wrong. Wrong. Found some paint. But that's my general setup for here at the station. Now, right now, I turned it on the boat. So these should be filling up my boat. It's not taking much for some reason. Now, nothing on the wall causing any problems. Down. Let's go back up. Since December. What the hell is going wrong? That's my question. Why are you not taking any fuel? Something broke. Something is broke. That used to refuel my gun or my helicopter, but my helicopter keeps hitting that overhang right here, so I took the solar panels off the top, put them on the side right there, and now my helicopter's on top. And there wasn't really room over here, so I didn't put none over here. That's working. The ship is not. That's oil to the platform. Doesn't say broke. It's 2,000 in the ship. All right, I got a direction going something wrong. All right, it's coming in. That's coming from the machine over here. There we go. That one's full to the ship. But these are not filled up. Why not? It's supposed to be going both. All right. So these are filling back up first. And so are these. All right. So everything's filling up. The only problem I have is this broken elevator. So someone can please tell me why this damn thing's broke. The only new thing I've added 3 months after it broke was these two lines. It used to be over here that worked fine in December, but I moved them just in case. I don't know. I really don't know. And if you can tell me why the babies are dying or brain dead or whatever you want to call it, maybe bad memories or something, really don't know. That's already refilled. Why ain't that running? Oh, I'm draining my tanks without refilling. All right, I got oil going. These are now using oil. That's down below. Not pulling any oil through here. The boat's full of oil. Right now I'm doing petro and diesel. Petro and diesel. Pulling power. 109,000 kilowatts just for these two items. We use about 60 a piece, so I'm not exactly sure why it's only 109. It should be 120. Alright, my petrol on the ship must be full. Diesel. It's filling back up. So, my ship must be full. Thousand liters an hour. Now my batteries. I've only been filming for what 5 minutes since it started, if that much. It's already used up 0.1. These are all still 6. Stop sending. Just charging those. What the hell's providing so much power? 169 kilowatts. That was 91. That one's 110. The 110 is those two tops sending, or the boat when I need the boat power, and the other one's coming from these right here, which is now 100 also. It'll go down when the sun goes down. Fill it back up. Oil wise, we've used about 12, so we're pumping about 36,000 liters an hour. way this pumps oil, I think those two round helicopter towers that has the petro in the bottom, the 2,000 liter tank, I think it should be either slowly refilling or it should have a pump to pump back up. So we basically have a base station for our helicopters, even though it's very difficult to get down in there. Got pretty good frames per second, looking at about 60 to 65. Diameter. Are almost full. Last one in line. He's now full. Batteries wise, so they must have fixed the battery issue, because I didn't do anything since we've been here. It was sucking down for every single one of my batteries down to about 2 kilowatts. They should all be full. Full. All I got to do is wait for these last two to be full. Petro. We need to take down the diesel. Why is it staying the diesel still? One of the tanks must be still sucking. Not going down to the ship. They're all full. It must be an illusion. They're all full. Filling 2 trunks off of that one. So, we won't do that, so we need diesel this time. Last 2 up, oil tanks up. I can been here, what, 5 minutes? 6 minutes maybe. Talking about the ship setup. There's a platform on top to land on the helicopter. Died again. Now what? What the hell? You're 1,000 short. Or 100 short, I mean. You're full. You're full. Don't tell me it's going to drain the batteries again. 0 being used. Still charging. 239 watts. So it's not using any power. Everything's equalized. Building power, it's not sucking. So why would these shut down? Short. That's sucking out. That one's full. It's just a broken line or something. Now it's equalizing. That one's not filling up. That one is. Normally when it's broken it shows black like this cable does in my hand. Okay. Stopping at 1900. Oh. That's why. Thought I'd walk by here and check that just a minute ago when I checked them all. Alright. All my batteries seem to be working. Everything's flowing. It's filling up. Everything's full. So these should be off over here. Plastic. I like that they're stacking them up now. That's new. All oil has stopped. Oil's back up to 2,000. So I filled up my entire ship in less than 10 minutes with 2 of these. Two off. Well, not these 2. These 2. Or technically, I forgot I can turn this one off. It turns off both the power to the pump below and to the 2 towers. Alright, so I repaired everything at this station except for one dang thing. And that is this elevator. So someone please tell me what's wrong with this damn elevator. Please, please, please. keeps sounding like there's something underneath, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. One last time before I log off. Run through here real quick. Through here right quick. Stop the elevator before it gets to the bottom. Just because I ain't done that today. There's no jittery motion. There's nothing saying it's broken. Here. Nothing binding anywhere. Nothing down here. That's normal. Nothing down here. Why is the map showing something down here? Down here. Something meters. That thing reads 500 meters. Usually they put a door or something down here. Apparently that's pretty far down. 208 meters down and no bottom. Must be a new adventure later on. More than 200 something meters. All right. Maybe we should turn this on. There's nothing broken underneath here, so my anchor's not laying against it. Come on. Thing looks like it did the first time I came down here. All right. So please tell me what's wrong with this elevator. How do I put in a bug for that or whatever we're supposed to do? Pretty much quit playing for a while because of these bugs. Especially when you can't progress the quest without making certain babies. Another thing I haven't been able to do is the pods that have the babies, the 4 babies down in the little space pod on the little mountaintops down in the water. It's how the hell do you get the little seed mountain up here on the boat to put into one of these pods? Because you can't put it in your inventory and you can't walk up a ladder with it. You can't throw it up onto the boat because it goes straight up and straight back down. I've probably killed 3 or 4 because they will not get on my boat. Well, that's all I can say about this place. If someone can help me figure out why the elevator only goes down and not up. Or is that, no, it ain't normal because in November and December it went up. So maybe somebody can tell me. I've also, like I said, the turbines here, I only put them here maybe March or April. I didn't have nothing out on the helicopter pad up there. I only had the 2 tops of the 2 buildings, and I added them and that extra row of batteries because for some reason they easily powered those 2 distillers, and then all of a sudden that whole room full of batteries wasn't enough, so I put another row out here on the walkway. But that was in March. That was long after this started breaking. So if someone can tell me how to fix it, I'll be a happy camper. That's all I got for this